So Harry Potter was so amazeballs. I thought it followed the book quite well. I quite liked the fact that it was split up into two films. I know a lot of people were really cynical about it and said that, well, you know, it's only for money making that they did it. But I think that as true as the money aspect may be, it's a better decision to have the two films instead of just one. Because otherwise it would have just rushed the entire plot into one 2.5 hour film, and I don't think anyone would have been happy by it because it really needs to be paced properly. But it gave us more depth and character development, and the first part helped set the foundations for the second part. I was disappointed that there was no moment of celebration after Harry defeated Voldemort. Although in the book he does kind of defeat him in front of everyone, I did expect in the film, because they are out on their own, for him to kind of come in and be like, it's over, and everyone to just kind of stand there shocked in silence before just kind of, you know, bursting into tears and cheering and everything. Because I think it would have been really, really good instead of him just walking through everyone when they already knew, and it was kind of like, okay, yeah, it's over. I have to say that I'm probably like the saddest person ever, because I cried at like every single bit through the film. I think it's probably after 13 years of loving the books and being dedicated to it and getting to know the characters, they practically feel like they're part of my real life. After my second viewing of the film, it occurred to me that Michael Gambon brought this cheery, spontaneous, quirky quality to Dumbledore, which I hadn't previously seen him do. And I was really happy with that, because that's how I always thought of Dumbledore and how he was describing the books. And I know a lot of fans were really disappointed by the way Michael Gambon portrayed him in the films. What I really, really didn't like was at the very end, Harry breaks the Elder Wand, but he breaks Dumbledore's wand. There are two things about this that I don't like. One, the film already told us that because Malfoy disarmed Dumbledore, the power of the Elder Wand went into his wand, so Malfoy's wand became the Elder Wand. And then when Harry got Malfoy's wand, he became the new owner of the Elder Wand. So when he broke Dumbledore's old wand, he wasn't breaking the Elder Wand at all, he was just breaking a normal wand. Whereas he seemed to keep Malfoy's wand, which was the Elder Wand, so technically it didn't stop, he didn't end it. I much prefer the ending in the book where he takes the Elder Wand, which is Malfoy's wand in the book as well. He repairs his old wand in it, which was broken in Godric's Hollow, and then he keeps his old wand and puts the new Malfoy Elder Wand into Dumbledore's grave to just let it die naturally when he dies. And I think that's much better. My other big disapproval goes to Percy Weasley. Now, as a lot of people may know, as a lot of Harry Potter fans know, in the 5th book, the Weasleys are kind of in distress about Percy because he got a promotion at work and they knew that it was just because the bosses wanted him to spy on his family and Dumbledore. And then they got into massive argument about how Percy's having to make a name for himself after Arthur made such a hames of the Weasley name, apparently with all his muggle loving. And they had a massive family falling out and they just stopped talking to him. And in the 7th book, when Percy Weasley comes back, everyone's really happy and astounded, and it's really, really such a joyful moment. But in the films they never explained this, and what happened is that Percy just kind of disappeared from the films without any explanation as to why, and then he's seen with his family in the last film, and that's it. Also, when Fred dies, he dies happy because that's when Percy came back. And I don't think I would have known that he died if I hadn't read the books. Now, I know there are very few people who don't read the books, but there are still a good few, considering, like, because they didn't really show Fred's body, they didn't really show him dying, they just kind of you just see the Weasleys crying, and I think if I hadn't known previously that he was going to die, I would have been like, what? Because it did take me it took me about a millisecond, but still it took me a little while to figure out why they were so upset and what had happened. Because I just did not see Fred lying on the ground. The other thing that I was a little disappointed about was Molly's line, "Not my daughter, you bitch," because I always imagined her screaming it at Bellatrix Lestrange, but she just kind of said it and was really like, oh, was that it? Like, I did think it would be a bit more like, not my daughter, you bitch! Or, you know, something like that. I didn't think it was as emotional as it could have been, as angry, as forceful, as epic. But I did actually really like the film. I thought it was really heartfelt. I thought the Battle of Hogwarts was done incredibly well. I can't say how much I enjoyed it. It made me so upset at points and I was in tears crying, but I just thought it was amazing. A few scenes were really funny though. I thought they looked a little like reaction shots, like when Ron and Hermione kissed, and then the next scene is Voldemort like screaming up into the sky like, no, it's too contrived, or I don't like this couple, god damn it, I don't like this couple, for fuck's sake, JK. And then when they showed Snape going into the Potter's house and he was like hugging Lily, kind of rocking back and forth, and in the background Harry's crying, and it's just like, stop violating my mother, don't you realise she's dead? But I really loved it. I'm totally buying that on DVD. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was so outstanding. It was the best of all the films. It was funny, it was exciting, it was thrilling, it was everything I could have hoped for, really. I was kind of thinking, because it was the last one, I think at this stage I really know what to expect with Harry Potter films. I know to be a little disappointed because they are going to leave a lot out. They are going to make some changes and I'm not going to be that happy with a lot of them. But I've kind of learned to overlook a lot of that. Not everything, but just a lot of it. And I did find that this film was just wonderful. It was so... oh my god. I have a few other things I didn't like. One, cup of Helga Hufflepuff. Never explained it was Helga Hufflepuff's cup. They never explained how he got it, how he framed a house elf for killing Hepzibah Smith. They never explained that he was the one who started the curse of the Defence Against the Dark Arts teaching job. I was really hoping that they'd actually leave more of the epilogue in the film, because I thought it was really nice and I would have liked to see more of the characters, the new characters, all the kids and everything. And, you know, for them to at least mention about like Neville being the herbology teacher and everything. But then in retrospect I was kind of thinking about it, and I think for the film itself, if they had left too much in, it would have kind of dragged it out a bit, it made it a bit too long. I think people would have started to get a little bored even if it was short enough, but still. I think they did it just right with only leaving that little bit in. And I really enjoyed seeing all of the characters done up to look older. Although Emma Watson looked exactly the same, at least the others were a bit, you know, more stubble, bit of a beer belly. Ginny was done really well, I thought. I love Draco Malfoy as well. By the way, I'm sorry I didn't upload this earlier. I was going to, and then I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So tell me, what you thought of Harry Potter in my pants?